Hello, thank you for joining us. We're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine mutual energy check. If you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow as well as helps me pick up on the energy. We're going to go ahead and get started with some oracle cards for the counterparts. Let's get one for the masculine, please. Okay. 1. Masculine is beginning to open up to abundance, to all the things that surround him that could flow, and the amount of abundance he has in front of him. Okay. Mutual. Mutually, you guys are both making a change, going through a transformation, a shift, with the butterflies here. Both going through some changes, some evolutions, evolving. So evolutions. And for feminine, the Tree of Life. She is learning from the Tree of Life. She's going through cycles and patterns and understanding a lot more about life. Okay, let's talk about it. So we have 1, 5, and 8. Oh, why not? Let's look it up. Angel number 158. Angel number 158 brings a message from the angels of spirit and spirit guides that positive transformation and beneficial changes are on the way. These changes, will lead to a position of leadership and material abundance. Whenever the angels communicate using angel numbers, they are presenting an array of possibilities that you can manifest into your experience. By aligning your thoughts with this vibrational essence of angel number 158, you can attract the prosperity and abundance that your angels are trying to send your way. The first step in aligning your thoughts with an angel number is noticing how it shows up in your life. Angel number 158 may show up in financial or commercial transactions, important address and phone numbers, and especially as a time of night when you wake up for no apparent reason. So maybe waking up at random times, I guess. But the most important is the abundance, transformation, right? And then even leadership, because the Tree of Life is that teacher. So let's talk about it. Okay. Fool, huh? Taking a leap of faith, new beginning. It's like he's starting to open up, but there's some type of conflict, some mental conflict. But it's like he's taking a leap of faith with mental conflict. So he even knows that there's something in thought that that may be holding him up, but he's needing to push through that. He's fortitude, forward movement. So I don't think it's letting or allowing those things get in the way. The Nine of Wands, pushing forward, having fortitude, overcoming challenges and adversity, and still going, still moving forward. Yeah, it's present. Yeah, he's following his intuition to move forward. He's opening up to it, being guided to do so. Pushing forward, moving in silence. Not speaking on much, not taking things for surface level, having that inner knowing, that higher understanding on how to move and shift reality. Why am I getting that? Okay. Yeah, judgment. It is also revisiting the situation, making a judgment call. Let's see on what though. Making a judgment to come rushing in, take action, to be free and be who he truly is. Because, okay, so let's think about the essence of a rock star. Typically, they have a persona. Typically, they have a mask on and they go out there. But it's still them internally that they're bringing to the stage. So when the rock star comes to the stage, they perform that song to the best of their abilities. They perform that song that only that rock star can perform it to. So let's just say Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston didn't show up as anybody else. She showed up as herself, and she sung the crap out of a song. Beyonce, she shows up and sings the crap out of a song. She puts on a persona so she can bring that out. That's still her. That part of that persona is still her. Now, they're not grounded, they're not rooted, they're fast. They show up for the night and they're running in and out. But it's still some of that energy with the Knight of Wands, but not always in a negative light. Yeah, taking action, taking charge to reciprocate, to give equally, to... I'm getting paid out. Let's try that again. Alright, masculine. Let's talk about it. Six of Pentacles, give equal, exchange this for that. Okay, Prince of Disc, Knight of Disc. And manifesting. Yeah, giving equally, showing up, staying, first one in, last one to leave, doing what needs to be done, doing the job to the best of his abilities. I always equate this one to, not being at the top of your game, but still showing up, still being dedicated, making a dedicated effort, right? Then we have the Knight of Disc. The Knight of Disc is the gourmet chef cooking up something, taking the time, again, manifesting things. Because with the gourmet chef, he is precise. He pays attention to details. He pays attention to the taste, the amount of seasoning, the amount of time he spends on one thing versus the other, versus cooking. Like on this, I'm getting steak, cooking the steak just right, but also plating it, making it look like a beautiful, delicious meal as well to present. A gourmet chef does not present a plate just thrown together. It takes time and precision for that. So he's opening up to it. He's still putting in a dedicated effort to set himself free, and go ahead and do that, because I'm getting that leap of faith is causing some type of mental conflict, but he's still pushing for it, using his intuition to make a judgment call and getting things going by reciprocating. We have more healing energy for feminine, learning from the tree of life. We have truce that could be swords down, no arguments, no fights, no nothing, healing. We remove one of those swords, that conflict, that imbalance, from the Five of Swords, right? So I'm trying to create space here. Still healing, still at a rest, still at a pause, feminine. Let's see here. Okay, so she's trying to make head over heart decisions, think clearly, being logical, being creative. For her happiness. Trying to find her own happiness and build on top of that. That is an abundance of happiness. It is, we don't necessarily need this, but it is indulgent. Self-indulgence is for oneself as well, because we're all together here. We are in this thing called life together. However, sometimes we do have to go there. We do have to work on that. So again, not wanting to wait for her own happiness. So she's going to hold back. I'm going to flip that back, because I believe most of these should be in the upright. I don't know why that was, but we'll get it together. Nine of Cups coming to me as enjoyment and fulfillment as well, like being full, not in need of anything emotionally. Does that? Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Alright, feminine, what else? We've had that for a few days now. Feminine's in resting mode, yeah. And having her wishes met, her emotional needs fulfilled, and an overflow of it was a success, some type of victory, some type of challenge to overcome. And then we have the universe, the world, a new cycle, right? Getting something else started. Like she's crossed the finish line in her own emotional fulfillment. She's healing. She's making head over heart decisions to fulfill her own wishes, which brings in victory and success. Getting a new cycle started with a death and rebirth, ending and a beginning. That's more transformative energy. Getting a new cycle started for change. She's being the visionary. She is the filmmaker. She is the creator of her own movie. She is directing the scenes. So she may not be doing it as independent as she would like to do. She may feel somewhat unstable and insecure on her own since it came out sideways. I would say that it's like she's working on it. She's working on it with this filmmaker here. Creator of her own stability and abundance. Seven of Cups. I feel like she has her own emotional choices to choose from. She knows what cup to go after. She is feminine. I'm I'm getting like envisioning what this is, because sometimes the Seven of Cups could be confusion, but it's also choices and options emotionally. Like, what do you want? What do you want? You got the blue cocktail, you got the pink one, you got some yellow, orange looking one, got a green one. You want the lemon, you want the lime, you want the orange, you want the pineapple. And it's like you can create your own stability. You just have to choose wisely when it comes to your emotions. Um, think clearly. Pause. Think clearly and choose what fulfills you emotionally, selfishly, for victory and success. You get things started by transforming that. You're the creator of your own abundance. You have choices. Alright? That's knowledge from the tree of life. But we live and we learn. We figure out what makes us happy, and we figure out that we are the filmmaker. We're directing our own movie here. You're the star. What would you do if you were creating a movie and you were the star? What would you make the star do? Butterflies. Okay, Princess of Swords. The activists taking action, letting their voice be heard, standing proud in what they're fighting for. There's been a change. Okay. There's been some heart. Oh, this is in reverse. Sorrow, coming out of sorrow and heartbreak. Okay, so Emperor's in the reverse, sideways. They're turning upright, but that was in reverse, and I didn't even notice. Standing up and fighting for what they believe in, coming out of heartbreak, taking control, bossing up, being a leader. Didn't we speak about leadership in 158? Taking control, making decisions, calling the tough shots. Okay. So, taking control. Yep. The public defender, Queen of Wands, again, kind of came out sideways. It's like the changes are happening. The shifts are happening. Things are moving forward. However, they keep coming out sideways. So it's like, it's almost there. The transformation may not be totally complete on some aspects. The Queen of Wands goes after, fight for the little guy. Goes after the passion, stands up for what she believes in as well. She also is not one to be messed with. She is a fighter. She is, speaking as the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the go-getter. Yep. Butterflies, transformation, making a change to balance things out. Justice, making sure things is fair. Trying to balance things out. There's the Empress right behind the Emperor. For growth, balancing things out for transformation, nurturing, expansion. Here. In this, the Empress is already a mother. The child is present. She's nurturing it. She's feeding it. The baby is here. So whatever is transformed and changed, they're they're taking action towards it. They're coming out of that heartbreak energy. They're taking control. They're going after what they want. They're balanced. There's expansion. There's growth. There's nurturing a situation. Right? Oh, before I shuffled, I'm glad I caught that. Nurturing the connection. They're wanting things to expand in a way. So there's conflict and there's burden. So let's see. Weighing options through conflict and things that weigh the situation down. So we are making choices and changes based on the adversities presented to us mutually. So there is some type of conflict that's burdening situation that we need to take a risk on. It's like there's a risk being taken in order to present some type of love offer, but then there's mental blockages that need to be, tempered out of the situation. Going with the flow, letting things flow naturally, but with all setting boundaries, letting things come crumbling down. Old ways need to come crashing down. The tower moment is going to cause a disappointment, but it's also going to cause forward movement with the chariot here. Moving forward, putting an end to those deep hidden emotions that's underneath for a new beginning, passionate new beginning. Boom. And here we come full circle for the lovers, for the connection. So some things need to be torn down, walls need to come crumbling, old ways of doing things. But there's been a transformation, so we got to make those tough calls. We got to make those decisions. We got to be the public defender and actually stand up for what we're trying to fight for. Activist, Emperor, and Queen of Wands, those are the movers and shakers that make things happen, that cause a change, and even justice causes a change. The Empress brings forth change, gives birth, gives life. Okay, let's clarify what's going on the inside. So whatever's happening underneath the surface that's unknown, that's not revealed, that's not being discussed and talked about, that's unseen, but there's glimpses of it. That's a part of certain conflicts, that's certain part of things that are weighing each other down, because we have feminine with the Four of Swords in healing mode, right? Taking a pause. There's also, I will pick up an air of confusion from the Seven of Cups, but it's more of options and choices. She's directing her own life, her own abundance, but masculine still giving me mental conflict. So we got to release some of that. Can't progress. We got to clear that out. Got to do some deep cleaning, like, spring cleaning. You roll up the sleeves, you move those big pieces of furniture, you clean behind the couch and get the spider webs or cobwebs out of the corners. You dust, you mop. It's not just your everyday cleaning. You deep clean. You gotta get it all out, and some of those tower moments are the cause of that, to clear out some of those old beliefs and foundations that were built within us. Some other readers like to call it programmed into us from childhood, the way we've been living our life for many, many years that no longer works for everyone, right? Taking a leap of faith. He's doing some inner work, doing some hard work, maybe feeling ungrounded, unstable, maybe even wanting to focus on work, maybe not feeling as financially stable and secure as the King of Pentacles could be, right? So he's taking a leap of faith, which is causing maybe focusing on work, mental conflict. He's observing, he's watching, he's trying to learn and observe. So it's not even that he's being closed-minded. He may be needing to focus on his stability and his growth. Yeah, he's observing, wanting to learn, learning those lessons, getting that higher understanding for long-term success and stability, trying to figure out how to gain his long-term success and stability. He's watching. He's watching, even though we have that mental conflict, maybe even a little bit of ego and mind games. It's that he's trying to learn, he's trying to understand, he's trying to get that lesson from a higher perspective, right? So he's working on it. Fortitude, pushing forward. There's mental blockages here. He's pushing forward, trying to decide to be happy. But then there's still some blockages trying to impede in his vision of happiness, his illumination, his understanding. Because the sun is nothing but pure, clear light. So it's still him trying to push forward, trying to overcome that. Overcome those challenges and not being able to see. So he's using his intuition. Following the intuition, High Priestess, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. 1, protecting his heart. 2, wanting to offer that cup of love, wanting to present it, wanting to develop it as well, but it's still there. It's guarded. It's maybe emotionally being grounded and stable. That's why he's moving in silence. He's calming those emotions that he's feeling so deeply. A lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of patience emotionally. Calming those waters within, those emotions, those free flowing. I like that energy, sitting in that energy. The way I feel, it's like, I know I feel this. I know what I want. I know emotionally what I feel. It's a calm, stable energy. Let's just go back to that. I like that feeling. Making a judgment call. What's the judgment? The wait. Being patient, waiting for things to come in. Maybe waiting to come in. Waiting for the relationship. Okay, so he's making a judgment call. It's making it the waiting game is developing some type of fears, anxiety. Waiting for the relationship is causing... It's the Two of Cups, right? Surrounding that, it's fears and anxiety. So it's more of a judgment to wait because of fears and anxiety. It's a judgment to wait and hold off for the relationship until that subsides. What's the Knight of Wands? Yeah, maybe being in and out, being, just doing his own thing, being free, is what he's called to do. Following intuition so you can have a new beginning, a new passionate beginning. What's the Six of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles, yeah. Reciprocate, present love. It's like there's a knowing that being ungrounded, not being as grounded as he would like, King of Pentacles in reverse, not being dedicated, but working on it. Learning how to build the the Ten of Pentacles, the long-term success, stability, working on that. I feel like he's not quite as grounded and stable as he would like, which is causing him to have anxieties and needing to wait, following that intuition to get things started, moving in silence, sparking up new creations. So doing what he needs to do to get things going for long-term success and stability, learning, getting that higher perspective and understanding. There is some fears and anxiety behind waiting. But nonetheless, we're presenting loving offers. We're reciprocating. We're giving equally to the situation. What's the Prince of Disc? Okay. Yeah, still showing up, wanting to collaborate, wanting to build, coming out of Hangman, because I was there the other day, coming out of stagnancy, but still we're holding ourselves back. We're using our strength and choosing the path of success, of victory, knowing if we make this head over heart decision, yeah, it's a judgment call. It's to heal, to rest, to pause, to get that recuperation period, to embark on a new journey of transformation, of change. We're still pushing forward. We're gaining wisdom, Hermit. We're saving ourselves, holding back, and being independent. So it's still the sense of, okay, resisting, becoming emotionally stable, having that cup of love to offer, but kind of protecting it and holding it back. Following the intuition to create something new. There's the King of Wands trying to come out. What's the Knight of Discs? Because it is Three of Pentacles, Hangman in reverse. Collaborating, building, not wanting to be stagnant. Excuse me. Knight of Discs, again, slow approach, very precise, very detail oriented, and to the T, very technical, right? Kind of the same thing, moving fast towards making a decision, sending that energy of being decisive, making judgments, making those tough calls as well. Like opening up to the abundance. So the choice is to wait or move fast, and it's to make that decision quickly and swiftly. It's coming to those conclusions, and that judgment call here tells me he's wanting to wait for the relationship. It may be causing anxiety. It's also picking up some of the energy that feminine was giving as far as healing, waiting for things to grow and mature. But still pushing forward, still showing up, still presenting love, still giving equal give and take. Six of Pentacles. So, he may not be looking at it or feeling that internally all the way. Outwardly, he's doing it. Inwardly, he's choosing to be patient. He's using his intuition inside and out. So, kudos, masculine. We're learning, we're observing, we have a higher perspective, we're being taught and learning those lessons. So, kudos. What's the Four of Swords that popped out in reverse? Healing, not wanting to reconcile, not wanting to come together or reunite. With the Emperor. And maybe even just taking control of her own life as well with this filmmaker. Being strategic with the game piece here, chess piece. Queen of Swords. Maybe having some mental blockages here. Maybe stuck mentally, not sure what to do. Trying to get creative, making those decisions as well. Let's try that again. Let's get one more for the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay, Queen of Swords, needing to put an end to that. It's like she knows that her mental stagnation needs to be surrendered. In order for progress, she's going to need to get rid of that mental stagnation. She's understanding that as far as the tree of life, it's lighting up. You understand, hey, we get mentally stuck and we got to progress beyond that. That's a lesson. That's an understanding, right? As far as that Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, making a cut, making a decision to put an end to some things. That mental stagnation has got to go, right? Happiness, Nine of Cups, being fulfilled emotionally, being emotionally selfish, self-indulgence, emotionally independent. Maybe even needs to be balanced out. Evened out, needs to be tempered. So maybe it's a little bit too much, a little too indulgent, trying to be patient, trying to go with the flow of things. Because if masculine is, letting those walls down, okay? Becoming unblocked. Not protecting your energy so much. Victory and success. It's manifesting a tower moment for things to be shaken up, to get started. There's a new cycle. Choosing a path and direction. Two of Wands. At a crossroads. Not sure which way to go. Choosing the path of clarity, truth, honesty. The Ace of Swords is also that sword that cuts through a lot of confusion. So it's like she's wanting to cut through that, the BS, the things that don't fit her vision. Wanting to manifest some type of change, some type of upheaval, more transformation, more change. Death card. Let's clarify the Death card. Making a transformation, taking action, being in control of what action she takes by, again, missing the opportunity. So it's like, making a change and I'm missing the opportunity to go after what I want, to take charge. Taking the direction of truth and clarity, wanting to be clear in mind and thought and get all of this cleared up before taking action. Because it's like, I know this isn't how I've seen things. This is not what I need to take action towards emotionally. So I'm going to create my own vision. Let's see. Let's clarify the Prince of Cups. That's too many. Clarify the Prince of Cups. Taking action because there's disappointment. Taking action towards that truth and clarity, opening up communication about disappointments and sadness, loss, regrets, maybe even wanting to open up about that, to invite some. Why am I getting an audience? See, getting the audience, inviting audience in, taking action to communicate about sadness, loss, and regrets. Maybe even wanting to discuss them, which would be a success. And opening up, releasing control, following your intuitions emotionally, able to give and receive emotions here. Yeah, in a new cycle. So I think that may be some of that energy of causing a tower moment of what she's manifesting, needing to put an end to that mental stagnation. Because if we don't clear that out, we don't discuss it, we don't take action towards it, how are we supposed to progress? Because we're just holding on to it. We're just keeping it stuck in our head. We have to, take action for that. We're healing independently. We're healing, we're hoping, we're wishing, being abundant and stable on your own. Having an abundance as far as independent is a wish fulfillment. You want your own independence. You do want to communicate that. You do want to heal that part, because some underlying emotions behind moving forward, some hidden emotions that are progressing and shifting the energy here in your favor, so you can be stable and independent through the conflict. And again, more success here. So let's see. 7 of Cups. Okay. Was that all? Okay. 7 of Cups. Emotions, choices, options. You're coming out of that lack mentality. You're starting to see those choices that you have in love. You're starting to see the different options avenues you can actually take. You're no longer in that lack mentality. You're not feeling left out in the cold. You're actually feeling that energy of abundance, more 9 of Cups energy, having everything that you need. But again, you're able to walk away emotionally from the past. You need to be able to walk away from the past and have that new spark of love. You're slowly moving feminine towards weighing your options, trying to balance out those things that weigh you down in order to get to your 10 of Cups, your emotional fulfillment. There's heartbreak surrounding a fresh start, new beginning. Obsessively. Maybe there's some obsession or controlling thoughts of wanting to be free while you wait. It's like you don't want to be held down while you're waiting to clear that up. I do get a sense of independence and wanting to be stable on your own, not being totally fulfilled, and maybe even needing to communicate that. These are a lot of pieces that we need to overcome as far as challenges go. 8, Princess of Swords, the activist clarified by the 7 of Cups sideways, which would turn upright. There's still some type of choices and emotions fighting a good fight for what you believe in. You just gotta internally decide what it is that you want emotionally, because there is several choices of what you want. Coming out of that heartbreak, there's a shift. They're in a new cycle. You guys are beginning a new cycle. One more for that. A new cycle. They're sneaking, plotting, planning, maybe even moves being made internally that are unseen. Emperor. Yep. Again, taking control outwardly, but inwardly. Page of Cups, nervous, timid energy, maybe even crushing while you wait. Having that sense of new budding emotions. The Queen of Wands, taking charge, moving forward, going after what I'm just going to say desires and wishes and what needs to be changed as well. But moving slowly, taking the slow approach. Yeah, weighing your options there. Trying to keep the balanced justice. We want to speak to the public defender. Stands up for the little guy. Also fights the good fight for the public to keep fairness, keep the balance, right? So we're moving slow in order to do so. What's the Justice card? Came out sideways, maybe feeling like their success, but it's not full-blown success there. Maybe a little bit more balance. Wanting successfully to take a leap of faith. There needs to be balance and fairness in order to take a leap of faith. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're waiting for growth on. Moving slowly towards Empress. There's growth, there's nurturing, but then there's still that mental conflict there. So things haven't balanced out all the way. What's the Empress? Once more. Yeah, conflict, opening up, following the intuition emotionally. It's like, I know what I feel, but I'm also confused because it doesn't necessarily make sense. Things are being moved and I can't see them. These things are happening behind the scenes, and I'm needing to let go of the will and, kind of follow how I feel within this situation, but it's also like this just doesn't make sense. I'm going to nurture it, I'm going to grow, I'm going to expand, but it just, I'm taking my hands off the wheel. It just doesn't make sense. And again, for that foundation, for union, laying things down, there needs to be a balance. So we got to balance out that mental conflict. What's the Two of Pentacles? Weighing options. See, Empress wants to turn. It's still sideways, but wants to turn upside down. So now we have the Emperor and the Empress in both decks. There's growth, there's expansion, there's holding back, but not wanting to nurture it because in the essence of how the Empress kind of came out tilted that way, I'm going to take it sideways because it's still that way. So it's almost not wanting to nurture it, wanting to hold back, wanting to resist. But there's still growth, there's still expansion, there's still things, on the way. Because in this Empress card, the baby's out. This Empress card, not so much. Holding back, trying to protect it, trying to resist. Yeah, there's conflict, that there's burdens that needs to be overcome. There's 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. That's a lot of wands. There's some oppression, some heavy weight that both are carrying. We need to offset that and transform it. We do need to persevere, push through them, and overcome those challenges. That's what the Five of Wands is. That's the conflict. What's the 10 of Wands? There's a transformation happening, yeah. Laying that foundation, coming together, union is moving forward. Maybe feeling a little heavy about that, knowing that you guys are still moving forward. We still have some energy, some toxic energy, inconsistent energy that needs to be released. That need to embark on that journey to put it into it, to transform it, to change it, have a death and a rebirth. So until that is, we have to use our strength and hold back. Goodness, I've been rambling on, so let's knock this out. We're just gonna let these kind of explain themselves. I typically like to incorporate them, but today I feel like letting them ride. And if it just kind of pokes out, we'll poke at it a little bit more, but for timing purposes, we'll let them ride. For masculine, yep. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. That's the work for stability. Watching, learning the lessons for long-term success and stability. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Ace of Cups, King of Cups. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Waiting has you anxious. But it's okay. It's asking you to put in the work though still. Mutual energy. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I say enjoy the moment. Move forward. Union is moving forward with direction and purpose. You're laying that foundation and moving forward. And we're taking the necessary steps. Moves are being made underneath the surface. There is some confusion, but we are transforming. We are taking action for what we want. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Maybe some of those heavy burdens that we're all carrying, holding on tightly to. And for feminine, we got codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship, and then wedding. The situation involves marriage. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So maybe the false self-mask is that you have to be the independent one. You have to be in control. You have to be the creator of your own reality. But again, this mask, that part of it, or even just being cold and distant, making head over heart decisions, is not something that you should be portraying, because internally you want to take action and open up communication about your disappointments here. So not being so mentally rigid may help loosen some of that, and especially of what you're manifesting. You want to come bringing old foundations down. It's saying like heal and communicate what you're disappointed in. You really want to. So that may be a part of the mask. Let's see. Give your relationship a chance. It's your thoughts. That's what he's thinking about. Yeah, moving forward, making the quick decisions. That's what his thoughts are. Romantic feelings. Mature woman. That would be emotional balance. For me. Worth waiting for. Concern. Yeah, that's what his concern is, that he doesn't really want to wait. I feel like that's causing the anxiety. It is safe for you to love, privileged lady. I'm just getting the privilege. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Marriage, wedding. and retreat. Wealthy man, it's time to disconnect from the world. Maybe do some work on finances, build finances. Guys may be a little concerned about that. Codependency is keeping you trapped. Maybe staying in this protective mental stagnation is what's keeping you trapped. Deception. Someone's wearing a false self-mask on this journey. Wedding. Main male. So, situation involves marriage, however that fits. And then we got choice. The lovers, the choice in love. That may be just additional messages like you want if you're wanting marriage with this main male. And let's get some outgoing messages for masculine. Oh no. Heartbroken, deeply sad, separation, breakup, lost feeling, lost grieving, mourning. Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, heal. And that's a part of that. Mask, not showing true feelings. High personify, pretend, delude, gaslight. Let's get this card. Got both. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. I feel like, watching, observing for long-term success and stability. And then we got healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So that may be something that he's dealing with as far as the mental blockages. Mutual energy, seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference, acts, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment, not really being present in this relationship. There's a transformation with that. Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Maybe outside influences here that needs to be changed. Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. I feel like that is what you guys want to move forward towards as far as laying that foundation in the Chariot. Love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction, kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Then again, we have Girl with the Snake, empath, narcissist, paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. It is letting that guard down and going with the flow. Energy with that Temperance, 7 of Wands. Heart with a key, welcome in love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. That's what you truly want. That's a part of that self-mash. You're missing the opportunity, but you still need to keep moving forward. And then we got lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. We've been speaking about that. We got to learn those life lessons and keep moving forward. But that's pretty much all I have for you. Keep a positive mindset. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry I ran out of time and couldn't go a little bit deeper. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Bye. See you guys tomorrow.